Ramesh walked past the mud brick wall of his home, carrying an empty cloth bag for school. His father had left before dawn that day, hauling bricks at the local construction site for a day's wage that would barely feed the family. That morning, only one flat roti sat on the wooden platter for the whole household. Ramesh split it into 3 equal pieces, pushed his share across the plank to his little sister, and turned for the door. Ramesh had known the weight of poverty since he could walk. His family struggled every single day just to put 2 meals on the table. But Ramesh carried one thing: no poverty could take a strict, unshakable set of values. His mother always told him, honesty, hard work, and truth never fail you. He carried those words in his chest, carved deeper than any mark on wood. Every school day, Ramesh walked 5 kilometers to reach his classroom. He never had a full set of new textbooks. He never complained about the distance, or the cold on winter mornings, or the empty space in his stomach by lunch. He collected used books from older children to study. At night, he sat by the dim, flickering flame of an oil lamp to finish his homework, because his family could not afford electricity. He adjusted his shoulders against the heat of the morning sun, set his feet on the dirt path, and kept walking. As Ramesh grew older, he took every small job he could find to put extra rupees in his pocket. Some days he set up a wooden crate by the bus stop and sold sweet milk tea to waiting passengers. Some days he helped stock shelves at the local general store after school, sweeping the floors at closing for an extra 5 rupees. No matter what work he took, one rule never changed. If a customer handed over too much money by accident, he never kept the extra change. Even when the extra was only a 2-rupee coin, enough to buy a handful of roasted chickpeas to quiet his hungry stomach, he would run after the customer to return it. Word spread slowly through the town. More people stopped to buy his tea. More shop owners asked for his help when they needed extra hands. People knew if Ramesh was handling the money, there would be no mistakes, no hidden cuts, no lies. One slow afternoon, a wealthy local businessman waited for a bus at the stop where Ramesh sold tea. He watched Ramesh count change for an elderly farmer, noticed the farmer had overpaid by a full 100 rupees. He leaned against the pole and waited to see what Ramesh would do. 100 rupees was more than Ramesh made in 3 full days of selling tea. But Ramesh counted the money again, tucked his own earnings into his pouch, and ran half a kilometer down the road to catch the farmer before he caught his bus. He pressed the extra 100 rupees into the old man's palm and turned back to his stall without a word. The businessman pushed off the pole and followed him. He offered Ramesh a full-time job at his own shop, with a steady wage and room to learn. Ramesh accepted on the spot. Years passed. Ramesh saved every extra rupee he earned, cutting his own expenses to the bone until he had enough to open his own small grocery store. He never cheated a single customer. He never cut corners to boost his profit. He always stocked good quality goods at fair prices, even when it meant smaller margins for himself. Word of his honesty spread faster than any advertisement. Customers drove across town to shop at his store, because they knew they would never be turned away empty-handed, never be overcharged, never sold expired goods. His small store expanded into a larger location. Then it expanded again. Within 15 years, Ramesh owned a whole chain of stores across the region. Today, Ramesh is a millionaire, but he never abandoned the values his mother taught him. He uses his wealth to build free schools for poor children in remote villages. He gives out free cooked meals to homeless people every single day from every one of his stores. When young people ask him how he found success, he always tells them the same thing. It is more important to be a good person than to be rich. If your values are strong, success will come to you on its own. Poverty is never a real barrier to success. Choosing the wrong path always is. Truth, hard work, and honesty are the only real wealth a person can ever own.